So how was work on Saturday?
Ready, set, here we go. Admire the way that I switch flows. Cops couldn't copy my style like Kinko's. The ink wells, my pen moves, the ink flows. The ink well is like the ring, she climbing out. Now we swimming up shit's creek where shit flows. You can't handle the truth, well here goes. All rights are not immune, your lymph nodes. When I stopped this declaration, sanitation. I'm independent, I constitute that I am a student, what I'm about to do. I love.
What I don't seem to realize is most of the laws that were passed to protect women, most of the laws that were passed to protect blacks and other minorities were based on executive orders. Any president who comes in later can rescind that executive order. Even blacks integrating the U.S. military, that's an executive order. Harry Truman passed that. So technically speaking, if Donald Trump wanted to tomorrow, he can like come in, remove that executive order, and blacks can't serve in the U.S. military in an integrated unit. And most folks don't even know that. So when you look at what's going on in this country right now, there's a lot of drama going on. There's a lot of political propaganda going on. But behind the scenes, this country right now is facing one of the worst economic situations, far worse than 2007, 2008.
Economic situation, why? Why do you say that?
The Wall Street's about to collapse. You got more. In April of this year, there were more retail stores that closed than all of 2016. People are losing their jobs, people are losing their homes, and they distract you with all the other minutiae. Now, of course, we had things that, like the hurricanes and, of course, the unfortunate shooting in Las Vegas that's distracting folks. But even before that, Donald Trump would do all these tweets that have nothing to do with the economy. Because right now, people don't want you to focus on the economy because folks are about to lose everything they own. Right now in this country, as I'm speaking to you, 65 to 70% of all U.S. citizens don't even have $1,000 in their savings account. That's where we are. That's some whack crap, man. So, I mean, if they have an unforeseen emergency, they're wiped out. And nobody's talking about that. And Donald Trump talks about promising bring back jobs. He's not going to bring back jobs because most of these jobs he's talking about, they've already been replaced by technology. As you're interviewing me, we're in LA County, out in the valley of LA County. They just opened a pizza place where machines are making all the pizzas. They don't need humans. A company just came out with a machine that can make 35 shirts a minute. They don't need human beings. They don't even need sweatshops anymore. Uber is replacing all your taxi cab drivers. Meanwhile, unoperated vehicles are replacing Uber. So if you don't need tractor trailer drivers anymore, you don't need taxi cab drivers anymore, they don't need human beings. That's what Hitler called the useless eaters. That's where we are now. You got this whole large population of people. When the Civil War broke out in the 1860s, they could talk about slavery, they could talk about all that drama. Who the hell ordered that? So, in 1860s, they talk about the Civil War and they talk about slavery. They used slavery as an excuse, but the fact was, in the North, they were moving to the industrial age from the agricultural age. The South was still hanging on to the agricultural age. Now, we're moving...
They were hanging on to slavery. The South was hanging on to slavery.
Right. Now, we're moving from the industrial age to the technological age. So, as we move from the industrial age into the technological age, we no longer need workers. Consequently, we have become useless eaters.
Could you expound more on the useless eater concept?
Well, the fact is, this country right now, 71% of the population are whites. And most folks don't realize that. So while
in this country, 71% of people are white.
United States right now, 71% of the population is white, but they still lie to you and tell you how the blacks and the Hispanics are taking over the country. Blacks only encompass 13% of the U.S. population. The next major population is Hispanics. The next is Asian. 71% of the population is white. So whatever happens to the population, they might focus on blacks, they might focus on Hispanics to get whites to vote against it. But most whites are going to be affected by that, and they don't even realize it. So they're voting against their own basic interests. And because sadly in this country, most whites, this is the attitude they've had since the Civil War. I might be poor white, but at least I'm not a nigger.
Irish.
No shit. Now it's funny you mentioned Ireland because